Hello, everybody. This is Terrible Lion. I'm coming to you here playing a little bit of King's Legion. I know it's been a while since I've had a video, but we've had the holidays, and hopefully everybody enjoyed the turn of the new year. And let's look forward to great things happening in 2021. So today, I was thinking about talking about a few general things. Over the course of the few months that we've all been playing, it seems like there's a consistent series of questions that come out. Mostly new users, you're trying to recruit people or you're trying to instruct them to do different things within the game. And sometimes it's maybe just not as intuitive as we would think it would be. Sometimes it is fairly difficult for others to figure out what they're supposed to do in the game itself. So I wanted to create a few series of the walkthrough videos here that maybe could help you out and explain the different features within the game itself. So to start with, I just kind of wanted to explain the interface here just a little bit. Up here at the top right corner, we have our Monarch, our chosen Monarch image, but also our Monarch's profile. In this screen, you can see a few different things: your alliance name, the member level, maybe how much stamina and mobility you have. You get a general graph here of how far along you are for the next level of your Monarch themselves. You have your faith here. The different types of faiths give you advantages, and maybe I'll make it another walkthrough to where we kind of discuss faith specifically. But on this screen, you can see right here down below the stamina and mobility how much free time you have to put forward, which is a great feature, by the way. I definitely love that. And then underneath, you've got a series of 5 different icons. Under this, let's pick on more info. More info shows some specifics about your user itself, how much power you have from just the Monarch, your army, how much tech power, construction power. You've got some battle statistics, admin buffs. That's primarily the skill sets that you select whenever you level up, when your Monarch levels up. So you can see here, and then also the administration buffs that you get from adding your heroes in the main castle. Military buffs, similar thing there. And then others, just some general statistics. In the next icon down, we have talent. This, of course, is those buffs that I was talking about. Every time you Monarch levels up, you're allowed to pick a different series of skills that improve, give you buffs, give you advantages across there. The game itself, you can see me, I've picked a lot between war and attack, and as your VIP level increases, you've got different sets of them. So I've got 2 of the 3 skill sets open, talent points open, and you can see I'm just doubling down really. So totally focused on trying to do as much damage as possible with armies. Going back here to the Monarch profile, we see a rankings icon. In this rankings icon, this is for your server, so you can see different rankings for the server itself: individual power, killings, likes, hero power. These kinds of things can actually be used, and I normally use it for alliance power. And you can see here your alliance. If you're in an alliance, you'll see number 10, Conquer, is listed. And then, of course, the different alliances that are out there. But for maybe a new player that doesn't know how to find an alliance, this could be a good start. Go through the list. Obviously, you want to play with the strongest players you can possibly, so you would pick from the group here, and you could get some information. If they're typing in English, they're probably an English group. If they're typing in Korean, that's probably a Korean group. And I believe Hino Kanuki is Japanese. So, depending on who you want to play with, I mean, this is a good place to go to and see what's happening on the server. Maybe you're the leader, as I am, of an alliance, and you want to see your competition. Or maybe I've been using this to recruit, going through the list here and finding different groups to try to recruit from. And you can see all the alliance members. You can communicate directly, picking a player. You can mail them, send them direct messages, essentially. You can see their rankings and their power, and if they're active too. Activity on this game has definitely been a challenge, I believe, most likely because it's such a new game, and things are improving. And you can see here, I mean, these guys are highly inactive, and it's not somebody that you would want to recruit, but it's a means to reach out and maybe open some communication, build some allies, or even recruit from the alliances themselves. So that is definitely an advantageous screen here, the rankings. You also have, if you're in an alliance, you have an alliance profile. There are several ways that you can get to this interface here, but in the alliance profile you have your likes, your store. The store may be something that not everybody actually thinks to access. So you receive points every time you donate, and you use those points in the Alliance store to purchase different types of items. And of course, you are limited for which items, how many you can purchase, and it does refresh. You can see here, I believe that's every 7 days. And for Alliance leaders, you can check the purchase details and just see who all has purchased different items in the last week or so. Territory in the alliance interface again. Territories, if you have an alliance, this is an advantage. You have fortresses here that you can view. You have landmarks, the landmarks that your alliance has occupied. The number of strongholds that you have built. And the public resource spots. So the public resource spots is, it's one place that you would go to not only to locate the resource spot, but also to possibly build one. And you can see here, the links to the resource spot lead you right to the public resource spot that you can gather from. Going back to the Alliance page, we have the help screen. Many of us are most likely used to seeing this. Anytime you're building or researching, you can ask for help, even with healing. Alliance technology. R4s and R5s are allowed to recommend different types of technology, but this is one of the places that you would come and donate your direct resources towards the Alliance technology, but also it earns you those points that you get to use in the store. Alliance War, this is whenever we're having rallies, you can see all of the rallies at the same time. Sometimes it gets a little hectic in the game, so a location quickly accessible. The rankings. Now these rankings are just for your alliance itself. As you can see here, everybody has a different spot. We've got different things to look at here. Not just, it's not server-wide, obviously, so this is just within your alliance. And maybe for R4s, R5s to use for administering your players, encouraging individuals to maybe donate more to technology, or helping out allies. You may want to recognize somebody who's helping allies, or obviously here you can see individual power. Yeah, we would love to see our strongest players. So it's always nice to have just something to gauge your gameplay on. Now also here in the Alliance page, now because I am leader, I may have some options that you wouldn't normally see. In this page, we can see our Alliance warehouse. And you can see how much you're building, what has been built, what has been researched, but of course also the amount of alliance points that you have, and those are necessary to build strongholds and resource spots. How much you earn an hour from your alliance resource tiles that are within your territory, and then of course how much you're storing up there. So now our coffers are absolutely full at the moment. My alliance is actually in decline. One of the walkthroughs that you'll get to see coming up here shortly in a different video will be me actually disbanding our alliance. So maybe stay tuned for that video. So to continue on, in the alliance screen, we have some options here. Obviously, because I am the leader of the alliance, I have some options that maybe you wouldn't necessarily get to see, but I'd like to show it because it's good information to have. Maybe you create your own alliance one day and want to know how to administer it. So over here, we can see a list of different alliances. The alliance logo, a leader can set the logo. It does cost diamonds. You can set the logo color and the image. You can change the alliance name and abbreviation, and only the alliance leader can perform these actions. You can also change the alliance announcement and the joining requirements. So I have our set need to apply because I do want to monitor the individuals that come in. And then of course our language. I'm guessing it's pretty obvious that we're speaking English here. Well, at least I am. Not all of us do. Some of our players do speak different languages, so keep that in mind. Now, this is, again, the disband page. This is something that only the leader will be able to see. And again, I'll show this to you in a video here shortly. So going back to the Monarch profile, we have one more option here, the settings icon. Now in settings, there are a few different options. You can set up your notifications, what notifications come to you. General settings, sounds, graphics quality, and chat translation. Maybe if you're not being able to translate the text that you're reading in any of the chats, this may be disabled here. Account management, you can link or switch an account. Character management. So this is my existing character, and I only have one character on one server. You can see here we're up to server 15 already. Help and customer service. This actually leads you to an email, so if you need help or support, I do recommend using this functionality. If you identify a bug, I've used it several times now to report bugs that I've experienced from gameplay. The community. Oh, we're jumping across. You can see that definitely moved pretty quickly. Package redeem. Now, if you maybe happen to find a package code, a prize code, I have only found one online from an older walkthrough video, but hopefully I'll be able to provide some of these to you in some good time. But this is where you would input your code for your freebie package. And then, of course, language. What language do you speak? That way, whenever you type in game, it's easier for your text to be translated. And there you have it. There is the Monarch profile.